You're watching the Alabama Weather Network.
It's the morning weather briefing. This is for Monday, the 13th of October. This is meteorologist James Spann. Alabama's weather will stay rain-free this week. However, we do see a good chance of rain returning on Sunday, late this weekend. Maybe some thunderstorms involved by then. So let's see what's going on this morning as we start the new work week. For many of you, we have a trough that's on the East Coast, and we have a northerly flow aloft here. And that's a dry flow, also a trough coming into the Pacific Northwest. The closest rain to Alabama up in Missouri. Around here, we're totally dry, and we are cool again this morning. I see some 40s, Anniston, Gadsden, Eufaula in the upper 40s. Everybody else in the 50s, but like yesterday, the dry air heats very effectively. We'll see highs in the low and mid-80s again today. We'll check the watch warning map. We have freeze warnings in effect for parts of the Dakotas, a winter storm warning in effect for parts of Montana and northern Idaho and the Sierra Nevadas of California, and a flash flood watch for parts of Arizona with that deep Pacific tropical moisture in place there. Got a marginal risk of severe storms across parts of the southwest United States, including parts of Arizona, New Mexico, over toward El Paso, Texas. Tomorrow, a couple of marginal risks, one around Los Angeles and a small one for parts of New Mexico. And on day 3, which is Wednesday, got a marginal risk over parts of New Mexico and also the western high plains. Rain for the next 7 days, and good to see at least something showing up here. And again, that looks like a one-day rain event. That would be Sunday, maybe starting Saturday night. It'll be kind of a close call for the Alabama-Tennessee game. We'll take a look at the modeling in a second, but you can see for most of the state, rain amounts around 1/2 inch, maybe a little more for the northwest corner, maybe a little less for the southeast corner. So in the tropics, we have one new named system on the board, Lorenzo. Other than that, it's very quiet. Lorenzo is out in the middle of the Atlantic. Here's the 7-day outlook, and you can see other than that new named storm, no other tropical storms or hurricanes are expected for the next 7 days. The sun is up over Lorenzo. Top winds estimated at 45 miles an hour. And this is no concern to land. Like so many other systems this year, this will be turning north, northeast, out to sea, and most likely stays under hurricane strength. So, again, no tropical storms, no hurricanes for the Gulf, at least for the next 7 to 10 days. So, model fans, here we go. European. This is the OZ run, valid today at 4 o'clock. Got an upper high that's over Texas. Big trough coming into the western states, trough off the east coast. And again, we have a northerly flow aloft in a very dry air mass. Sunny with highs in the low and mid-80s today. Dew points will stay low. Same thing tomorrow. Same thing Wednesday. Mid-80s are likely Wednesday. Afternoon's pretty warm. That's Thursday. We're still dry. This is Friday. We're still dry. And then Saturday, moisture begins to return as the weekend begins. And Saturday afternoon, we'll start to mention some risk of a shower for the southwestern counties of the state. But again, nothing probably meaningful. We could see a more meaningful chance of rain Saturday night, probably late Saturday night. And then Sunday, boom, there we go. How about that for the first time in a while? Rain and thunderstorms possible across the state. And obviously, this is not going to break a drought, but we'll take what we can get. We'll take a look at the instability, and you can see there is some. And again, not an overwhelming amount. The instability value is generally about 500 joules or so. But there might be a strong storm. There's a bit of dynamics involved here with a trough coming in and a surface front. So again, Sunday, chance of some needed rain. I'd say for most of the state about 1/2 inch, maybe 1 inch on the high end. And then a week from today, got a trough north and east of the state, and that surface front is on down to the south and east out of here. And we are back in drier, cooler air. Again, nothing harshly chilly for this time of the year, but that should get highs in the 70s in North Alabama and lows maybe in the upper 40s by the middle of next week, much like what we have now. Let's keep going. This is 10 days out. This is Wednesday of next week. October 22nd, got an upper high on top of us, and again, that looks dry with a high around 80 most likely. So this is the outlook out to 15 days. This is valid through October 28th. The rain. And the mean is coming up. The mean, the green line there, is about 1.5 inches. So we're just seeing signals and modeling that the pattern is getting more active as we wrap up October and approach November, which makes sense, and that typically November things do start to shake and bake around here. Here's a look at rain for the temperatures for the next 10 days coming off the NBM, the National Blend of Models. And you can see highs are pretty warm, low and mid-80s this week, and then around 80 by Sunday and the first few days of next week. Lows mostly in the 50s across the board. Latest long-range guidance. This is for October 20th through October 26th. And again, temperatures above average. And again, at some point, we'll see a pattern flip, and we'll get a really good surge of colder air in here, but looks like probably not until sometime in November. And man, oh man, the sunsets have been pretty good. Everybody on the Gulf Coast, it's fall break for a lot of school systems. Had the Shrimp Festival this weekend. A lot of folks are down there, but hey, look at here. This was yesterday at Yellowstone. That is a sign of the times. A good snow event for the Northern Rockies yesterday. So for our friends that took fall break out there, they are enjoying a winter wonderland. How about that? So let's look at the schedule for this week. Today, I will be in Blount County doing a homeschool group there in Cleveland. Then after that, I'll be swinging by American Village in Montevallo. Tomorrow, going to be at Brookwood Forest Elementary in Mountain Brook, and then I'll be seeing the senior adults at First Baptist Church of Gordo in Pickens County. Wednesday, Wilsonville Elementary School, a program there in Shelby County. Thursday, I will be on the road to Starkville, Mississippi. I'll be seeing the meteorology students. I'll be going over there with Kevin Laws. Kevin is the Science Operations Officer, the SOO for the National Weather Service in Birmingham. I'll be there with Kevin to speak with the meteorology students Thursday evening in Stark Vegas. Always love visiting Starkville. Mississippi State pretty much gave me my career. And then on Friday, Woodstock Elementary School in Bibb County. So a busy week ahead. And hey, this is Monday. You know what that means. Tonight it's Weather Brains, our weekly show for weather geeks, dweebs, nerds, dorks, and weenies. 7 o'clock Central Time, youtube.com/weatherbrains. The audio version comes out early tomorrow morning. Don't forget you can catch me this evening on ABC 3340 News and every day on great radio stations around the state, including in Birmingham, 104.7 WZZK. Thanks for watching. Have a marvelous Monday, and God bless.